Good evening, everyone. We'll start with today's session. So, our topic for the day is various piping engineering drawings and software part 2. Yesterday we saw part 1. So, I kindly request Chandramohan sir to take forward the training. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu. Good evening to all. This is Chandramohan here. From the continuation from yesterday, we have seen various engineering drawings and softwares. Okay. Hope my screen is visible to all. This is our today topic is continuation from yesterday. Today we are going to see about the engineering software. Yesterday we have seen the piping engineering drawings, and today we are going to see the softwares which are using to prepare the engineering drawings. Okay. So yesterday I want to recollect that yesterday what we discussed. That one we have seen engineering drawings. Majorly we have seen plot plan, equipment layout, piping layout, isometric drawings, and detailed support drawings. These are all the 5 major engineering drawings which we require to design or to install any plant or any other project. So today we are going to see those engineering drawing which software we are using to prepare those engineering drawings to facilitate the fabrication or installation of the plant equipment. So there are major types of engineering drawings. First one is we have 2D, and next one is 3D. As the name, you know very well that 2D is a 2-dimensional computer-aided design. 3D CAD is a 3-dimensional computer-aided design. So we're using currently we are in our mechanical drawings. We are using both 2D as well as the 3D according to the client requirement or the required to the plant design. So if it is a complicated one like petrochemical or refinery one, we are going for 3D also to easy understanding to the client as well as any other shareholders to see the drawings. 2D is the first preferable one for the design engineers. It will be easy to draw the drawings which is required for the plant execution. So like Microsoft Word, Excel, we also have a file format for drawings. Generally AutoCAD we are using as a 2D. From 3D also we are using Plan 3D AutoCAD also. So drawing format by seeing the file itself, we can see that one. If DWG means AutoCAD, DXF also file format also AutoCAD, DWFX also AutoCAD with a minor difference will be there. And then step is for SolidWorks, NWD if it is for Navisworks. We are going to see in detail each type of drawings with its software. Then what is a 2D CAD drawing? 2D CAD drawing is the most common type of CAD file. It is a 2-dimensional representation of the object. So as you all know, 2D drawing name itself mentioning it is a 2-dimensional X and Y directionally we can able to see from the drawing or take from the drawing. This file contains all the information to manufacture an object. 2D drawings are used majorly for plotting purposes. What are all the advantages and disadvantages in 2D CAD drawing? The advantages is it is used currently. It is being used for a wide variety of industries. Also used to learn the basics for the beginners who's entering into the piping design. 2D AutoCAD will be a familiar, easy one to learn the commands. Everything we can learn from easily. We can learn from the 2D. The drawing themselves are easy to handle and take less storage space when compared to of course, if the 3D there will be objects solid will be there. So then obviously it will require less space than the 3D formats. they often use to create quick sketches of an object. Whenever we want to make any line diagram, or whenever we want to make any rough sketch, draft sketch regarding the plant or any GA drawing of the equipment, to preferable one is a 2D drawing. However, like advantage, it is also having disadvantages. It has few drawbacks. For example, 2D CAD drawing do not show any shape. That means perfect shape, or illustration will not show like depth and width. It may lead to inaccurate interpretation, because 2D drawing, if you layman, if you see, or top management, if they want to see, who don't have any engineering ideas, it will be a little bit complicated to visualize for them how the plant will be going to be, where it is going to be, how that how the drum is going to look, how the column is going to be look in the plant, where we are going to install, I mean, how it is going to be erected, that and all will be complicated when it is imagined with 2D CAD drawing. Then next one is we are going to see about 3D CAD drawing. 3D drawing is used to represent objects with multiple dimensions, including thickness we can able to see. That means solid we can able to see in 3-dimensional, X, Y, Z direction also we can able to see. These are used to create precise and accurate drawings where all the dimensions can be controlled. This also we can give colors, or face colors, textures, materials, everything we can give. So it is easy to visualize compared to the 2D drawing. The points are represented as X, Y, Z coordinates that define depth. If you want to visualize the 3D file, you need to rotate in all axes and see it from any angle. So it will provide you a good visualization about the project, how it is going to be after installation, how it is going to be. If it is a greenfield project, many people don't have idea by seeing the 2D drawing how it plant is going to be. When if it is represented in the 3D format, so the client easily can understand. So this will be a future plan. So where are the modifications required, where it is going to be, where any changes they require, they can easily suggest and they can imagine. What are all the advantages and disadvantages for the 3D CAD? The advantages is for wide range of purposes they are using everywhere right now, and every client is asking a 3D format to visualize their plant. It gives the user more control over dimensions, material, textures. You can view the design from any angle to get an accurate representation of the objects and interstices. That is the advantages. It has also some disadvantage. The 3D files can be huge, and it is especially if they are complex. That means if it is a bigger size plant, it will be a 3D files will be a capacity will be more, and it takes a lot of time to store and transmit these files with large data sizes. And then high resolution 3D cameras can take too much memory space on the system. That is a minor disadvantages. It involves a more solid, more information, textures, colors, everything, graphics, everything. So it will obviously it will take more space on your computer. So compared to 2D and 3D, which is better as in-depth comparison? So first one is cost. Compared to 2D, 3D, obviously it will be a cost is one, because it is required. It will going to show more details and more solid objects, and with the different dimensions, colors, everything. So it is obviously it is more expensive compared to the 2D. 2D drawing may cost less than a 3D, and also it is faster to generate the drawing. Any line diagram, any plot plan, any GA drawing of any equipment you want to make a simple sketch means you can easily make compared to the 3D. 3D you need lot of dimensions you have to feed. However, a good 3D design will take several drafts to be perfect, which is more money spent on the drafting process. Software costs are also significantly higher. Another major disadvantage in 3D is software cost is 3 times, 4 times higher than the 2D softwares. And then next one, sorry. Comparing the functionality, which one is better? First, we have seen the what are the difficulties in that one. Functionality, we are going to see the comparison between 2D and 3D. 2D designs are ideal for quick iterations, or can become expensive if there are multiple revisions due to errors or missing informations. 3D, in other view, 3D CAD files are best suited for larger size projects. If you are going to build, like I said earlier, a bigger size power plant, bigger size refineries we are going to build or we are going to construct, it will 3D CAD is suitable one. They are more detailed and accurate. Though if they can be more expensive depending on the level of detail requirement. Which one is this already we have seen. Only shape only is going to be it will show more shape compared to the 3D. So obviously 3D is better than the 2D in respect of functionality. And next we are going to see in detail what are all the 3D piping design software. First we have seen engineering drawing as a 2D and 3D. After that, what are all the merits and demerits in 2D. Second one we have seen what are all the advantages, disadvantages in 3D, and compare the both, which one is a preferable one, a 2D or 3D based on the function. 3D is a preferable one, and cost wise and complication wise 2D is better than 3D. So it is obviously according to the client requirement and how much money we are going to invest, what is the budget, how much complex it will be there, if it is a bigger size plant. So if it is bigger, there is a huge budget, they're happy to spend on a software also. If it is a very less budget, they will not spend much money on software, meaning it is not complicated. Okay. Now 3D piping design softwares are available in the market. What are all the one we are going to see one by one. 3D plant models are very easy to understand as it is exactly similar to the real plant. So widely used common 3D piping design software packages are SP3D by Hexagon. So Hexagon is a supplier, I mean, who is the origin. And then E3D or PDMS by Aviva, Autoplan 3D by Bentley, AutoCAD Plan 3D by Autodesk, CADWorks Plant Professional by Hexagon. These are all the major piping design software we are using in our piping engineering drawings. So one by one we are going to see what is the advantages, what is the applications, what is the disadvantage, like that we are going to see one by one. So it just more or less they are all the competitors. Like we have other product now, they also have products, so they also have competitors like Hexagon, Aviva, Bentley, Autodesk are creators. First we are going to see SP3D, that is a smart plant 3D or SP3D we call. It is one of the best plant design solutions program developed by Hexagon. It's a data-centric, rule-driven piping design software package that is used to take care of all critical element of plant design. Like other software, we prefer a plant 3D, smart plant 3D. This solution is capable of designing the plant, marine and material handling facilities with ease in highly developed 3D environment, providing a competitive edge to all piping specialists. So what are the main features of piping design softwares are? It is a data reuse capability, it is there. Multidiscipline design helps in better decisions. Multidiscipline means instrument, electrical and mechanical, both all we can see from this, we can design this 3D plan, like where the piping is going, where it is a cable tray, we can see where it is any fouling is there or not, all we can see, all we can design in this software, like other software. Ease of use that increases the productivity. Everybody can use this one, user friendly. Design accuracy and consistency is there. Task based modeling also is there. Second one we are going to see E3D, PDMS. PDMS is the older one. E3D is the newer version. So Aviva E3D is more powerful, advanced, and efficient as compared to the earlier PDMS. Like I said, it saves more time because the software is an advanced one. With E3D, organizations can improve the working together. Aviva 3D provides clash-free multidiscipline 3D plan system for process, power, and marine plants. It has the capability of interact with the laser scan data and data from traditional scan mobile. Okay, this is the laser scan data means for as built or for knowing the project progress, we will use 3D laser scanning. So by this using this software, we no need to go for the 3D laser scan. In this itself is the 3D, laser scan data, it is available. We can access that one. We can see the progress, and we can see the building condition. What is the progress? What is the main features of E3D software is it is highly efficient and fast, great flexibility, widely secure, and easy to adapt. These are all the other application softwares. It also has its own main features it is having. Third one, we are going to see Autoplan 3D. This is also like some other applications. It is used to prepare piping layout drawings, equipment, isometrics in a single application. Autoplan 3D modeler saves time and cost. This one is by drawing the piping layout in this software, we can able to extract the isometrics also from this software. The software uses an AutoCAD based application for design work, which is quite easy to use, customize, and admin. Autoplan also provides a tightly integrated set of tools for integrative routing and placement in 3D multiple environment. What are the benefits of Autoplan 3D is a single streamline application. A single stream application means nothing but if we started to draw the piping layout in that plan, in this 3D software, we can able to extract the isometric, and then easy integration with other Bentley products. It is a kind of Bentley product. So whatever the advantages that we can integrate with that. Highly information, scalability, where every software have scalability. It's not an issue. It's some of the main features of this software. Fourth one, we are going to see AutoCAD Plan 3D. This is mostly we are using in India. AutoCAD Plan 3D is we are using widely. We are using in India. It is a modern plan design solution developed by Autodesk, built on the CAD platform. Package as 3D models of piping, equipment, support structure, everything we can draw from this 3D software. It has the ability to generate isometrics very quickly. Like other software, we can extract the isometrics with the complete VOQ from this software. So obviously it increases the productivity and lowers the manpower cost, and saves our time. CADWorks is another kind of 3D software by Hexagon. We are not using generally. We are not using in India mostly. It is also like some other 3D model. This is also used to design a plant with the 3D modeling. The software works on AutoCAD platform and is easy to complex 3D plant models. That is according to the user. So these are also the main features of this CADWorks plant. Like other features, there is no specialized here. These are all isometrics, detailed bill of material, real-time design status, equipment modeling, piping specifications, auto routing to create cube 3D piping models. That one is if you point one equipment to another equipment, automatically that piping layout also will come. So then if we have any modification in that, we can modify that routing according to the required process requirement, or if any slope is there. What it is suggests on its own what is the piping routing. We no need to feed everything. So if we fix the end point and start point from one vessel to other vessel nozzle, automatically it will lay the pipeline. If we require, we can modify those routing according to our process requirement. So 3D, we have seen the 3D piping software, the 5 major software we have seen. We have seen those applications and what are the advantages. Next, we are moving to a 2D piping design software. So even though most companies prefer 3D software packages for their plants, still majority of the companies are still asking for the 2D piping design. The most common 2D piping software packages that are widely used are AutoCAD, MicroStation, ProCAD, AviCAD. So here, out of these, we are using in India. It is AutoCAD. So 2D AutoCAD is a basic for every beginners. These are all the other piping design software. For just for your information, I am showing you. These are all the available, but these are all rarely used in recent times. We are not using. Mostly, we are not using this one. Any especially if any client is asking, they want to. They already may have the software they want. They will ask us to make the design in this using this software. But generally, we prefer a 2D AutoCAD only. Like engineering drawings, there also have piping simulation software also it is available. Like Caesar to Auto Pipe, Start Prof, Roar to CAE pipe. These are all the simulation software which we are using in our engineering. So first we are going to see the Caesar. I am going to again tell everything. First we have seen the engineering drawing. From the engineering drawing, we have seen the 2D and 3D, and then we have seen advantages, disadvantages. After that, we have seen the 3D and its how many softwares are available. Majority software, widely used softwares, what are the available and its merits. After that, we have seen 2D software, and then what is the major one? 2D AutoCAD we are using. Next one we are going to see is piping simulation software. In that, Caesar, AutoPipe, StartProf, Roar 2, CAE pipe. Out of this, first we are going to see Caesar. Where we are using this Caesar 2 software is, it is widely used in oil and gas industries for performing a pipeline stress analysis. Mostly Caesar 2 we are using in for stress analysis only. It is developed by Hexagon based on Sweden, specializes in providing engineering design and analysis software solution. It has a compatibility with various piping design and process design software, which saves time in modeling and analysis. Whether it is we are doing, I want to do any stress analysis, if it is complicated to do in Caesar 2, we will draft, we make the model in the Plan 3D and then we will export from Plan 3D to Caesar 2 to analyze the pipeline stress. And also from other software also, E3D also, from E3D also we can import the 3D model to this Caesar 2. So it can help the piping stress engineers understand the area of concern in the piping system. Caesar 2 has piping stress analysis software, both static and dynamic and analysis capabilities. The software is able to handle both above ground and underground piping stress analysis with various international codes altogether. So this is a simulation one. We will give the support everything. We will see the how the pipe is behaving, how what is the stress, where is we are going to analyze the stress. So only thing is in Caesar also we can do the model. If it will be complicated to do in Caesar 2 model, means we can import from the Plan 3D or E3D also we can import and do the analysis in Caesar 2. What are the major benefits of Caesar 2 are easy and quick modeling, 3D graphics to understand the concern areas, is a user friendly and interfacing with third party piping software. Most of the clients are asking, even though many softwares are available, most clients are asking they want to do stress analysis in Caesar 2 software only, simulation software. The main drawback in Caesar 2 software is it is very costly compared to the other piping stress analysis like Roar 2. It will be a very costlier, but even though client is asking for, most of the client is asking for Caesar 2 software only. Another drawback from this Caesar 2 is we cannot do stress analysis for HDPE pipelines and the polypropylene pipelines. We cannot do because that module is not in this software. Second one, we are going to see AutoPipe simulation software. Like same like Caesar 2, it is also a pipe stress analysis software from Bentley, USA. Their cost-effective solution for pipe stressing analysis for process and the nuclear piping are efficient and popular. Same like Caesar 2, we can do both static and dynamic analysis in this software. AutoPipe software has more popularity in USA and Canada, but compared to Caesar 2, it is dynamic capabilities of AutoPipe is better. Also, the analysis of plastic pipe, like before I said, in Caesar 2 we cannot do plastic pipes like HDPE and polypropylene. But here in this auto pipe, we can use for HDPE and polypropylene pipes. The software is also cheaper as compared to the Caesar 2. But it is purely based on the client call, whether they want to do in auto pipe or Caesar 2. While giving the scope itself, they will mention which one we have to do. This is a user call. Like Caesar 2 and auto pipe, this is another third one is start proof. It is developed and by Russia 3D graphical view. Like what are the capabilities that Caesar 2, what are the applications is there? Same applications available in this start proof also. Similar to Caesar 2, it is not required to run a separate module. But in recent times, the start proof have developed, but in India, we are not using this start proof. ROR 2 is also another kind of software, simulation software developed by Sigma, Germany. The ROR 2 can efficiently perform static and dynamic analysis, same like Caesar 2 and AutoPipe, and mostly used in European countries. For more than 40 years, it is being used in European countries. But still here we are using Caesar 2 is the mostly we are using. Fifth one is CAE pipe. This is also other kind of stress analysis simulation software. It is used in developed by USA, mostly used in USA and European countries. This is also same like other stress analysis. Like there will be some merits and demerits. It is according to the user. What are all the advantages? We already seen this one. Third one, first we have seen that 3D, 2D. After that, the piping stress analysis software. Now we are going to see the review modeling software. Here we are going to see Navisworks as the major one we are using in our industries. Navisworks is kind of a review model only, because Plan 3D and E3D and all very complicated. If the top management want to see any drawing, or to if we want to install, means it will be complicated because it is a designing software, 3D, E3D and Plan 3D and all. So why they developed Navisworks means Navisworks will be easier to support the all drawings. We can convert to the Navisworks can be installed at any other system. It's a free one, so they can review. They cannot modify anything, but they can review from the step by step. If they want to see from structural, they can see. If they want to see piping, also they can see equipment up to insulation. They can see everything in Navisworks, but it is only a review software only. If they want to show to our client how the plant will be, means we can see, and we can measure we want to measure any distance, we want to see any clash between the pipes or between the interface with the other discipline. Also, we can see from this software. So it will be very useful software tools in piping design. It allows user to open, view, and combine 3D design models. From initial stage itself, consultant will prepare the drawing 3D plan 3D they will make, then they will import to the Navisworks, and client also can see from the Navisworks. So what are all the advantages? Means it gives a coordination, it gives the clash detection. Clash detection means interface, like this pipe is interface with the other pipe or not, the instrument point is clashing with the nearby pipelines or not, that and all we can see from this Navisworks, because it is showing the 3D model. What are the advantages of using Navisworks? Means we can visualize the whole plant and the construction, identify and resolve clash and interface problems much before actual constructions begins, with results in time and cost savings for the on-site work. Because with client itself, they can see where the clash and interface is happening. Before we put into erection, we can see where it is getting clash. Everything we can see, and easily capturing the material quantities from 2D or 3D designs. Several export options are available. Tools are available here, because from any 3D software you can import those 3D design to the Navisworks, and obviously anybody can see from the Navy source. And using the software is quite easy. Even any beginners can easily learn the software without any much challenge. It is it is user friendly. So these are all the topics. I mean, we have covered today. So we can go for a question section, because in this one it's only a software. So if you want to, if once you started to use the software only, we will come to know what are all the problems in it. So we can go for questions better.
Thank you, sir, for the session. If you have questions, you can please post your questions. The link has been shared in the chat box already. You can please ask your questions. Also, a quick reminder, the assessment exam for today's module will be on Monday. Tomorrow you have no session. Tuesday also you have no training session.
Okay, question sections. Why has Hexagon made two different softwares? It is advanced only. Piping design means this advanced thing only. What is great flexibility in E3D software? I'm not sure that one. Can we extract isometric from all these software? Which software you are asking? I'm not sure. Extract means from all 3D software we can extract the isometric. 2D isometric we can extract. If you prepare the drawing in any 3D modeling software, we have seen Autodesk, AutoCAD, anything 3D platform, we can extract those 3D drawings to the 2D isometric drawing. We can extract, no issue in that. What is the difference in features of SolidWorks and AutoCAD 3D? Is the database of SolidWorks more engineering equipment oriented? No, AutoCAD 3D is a designing software. SolidWorks is that we can see the review software only. What is meant by static and dynamic analysis capabilities? Static load and dynamic load. This question is what is meant by static and dynamic analysis? It's if it is a pipeline, okay, if it is a pipeline in between the two connected equipments, means it's a static one. So there we can analyze what are the stress involved in that pipeline. Based on that, we will do the pipe stress analysis. Dynamic analysis means there will be some movement. Occasional load will be there, like in floating platform, in ship and all, they are doing a piping. So there and all, it's a dynamic load will be added. So those software will support both static and dynamic. And then piping engineer must know the design or analysis software handling. A basic they should be known. At least 2D they have to know. Piping engineer. If it is 3D means it will be added one. Because everywhere you cannot depend upon the design. I mean draftman. So the piping engineer must know the. You are asking about the stress analysis or not? I don't know. Stress analysis is not necessary. But 3D platforms or 2D drawing, every piping engineer must know. Layout engineer must know design tools. Which layout engineer means you are asking a plot plan or going to erect the plant? I don't know. But basic design, if you know, it will be easy. Because to review the drawing, you need a basic knowledge. Even though the drawing is being prepared by the experienced designer or a draftman, to understand the drawing, to explain the drawing to the workshop people, you need the basic. So it is necessary to tell at least to know the 2D. What benefit or reason the client must have a required specific software to be used for? Example, preference of Caesar 2 upon AutoPipe. So they think it will be what will be easier to them to understand, or they may already have that software with them, because every plant, even though it is a manufacturing plant or a new plant, they have their own, they already install their own software. Okay, so if they prefer Caesar 2 means the designing consultant, they can invest on the software. If the client is asking, if already we have, if we are designing, I mean consultant means we have Caesar 2. If they are asking Caesar 2, it is easy for us. Even though if they are asking for AutoPipe, for designing consultant, they can invest on the other software also. But because it is going to be for them, it is a asset only. But for the user, it is not going to be asset. At the time of project only, they are going to use that software. So what the software they are having, they prefer in that. For the designing consultant, they will pay. They are ready to pay on that software, but the user they are not ready to pay for that. That is the main thing they are asking. And then user friendly. They may have already have experience with Caesar 2 means they will prefer Caesar 2 because they have their own engineering team. They also prefer Caesar 2 means the client, the consultant has to provide him Caesar 2. From which software we can retrieve isometrics and BOM. All 3D software we can retrieve the isometric, no issue. Because they are all like other applications. Like in mobile, we have so many applications. There will be so many competitors. Same like that. This E3D plan 3D, all are their competitors only. They are being used in a different region, European, USA, India, Asia, everywhere. They are the competitors only. Can we somehow highlight or mark only the points of problems in Navisworks? Then if sent back to the original software, it will be marked as being a problem. Yes, definitely we can. We can do the red mark, and we can even in Navisworks, if you want to, if there is a hundreds of equipment, but you want to see one equipment, you no need to search also. There will be a search box will be there. If you type, sorry, 1 second. Question is not visible to me. 1 second. Okay. Give me 2 minutes. So you can obviously you can highlight with the red color mark or cloud, anything you can do on that, and you can send back to the who is the original designer. We can send. What is simulation? What is simulation is we are going to erect a critical pipeline. There we have to do the pipe stress analysis. Because the pipe stress analysis, why we have to do the pipe stress analysis means, so if it is a high pressure or high temperature critical pipeline means how it will going to behave in an actual operating condition. If it is super saturated streamline will be there, or it will be a bigger size bore diameter pipe will be there means, we are before we are installing the pipe, we will do the testing NDT and post heat treatment, everything we will do. But real operating conditions, how the pipe is going to behave, we don't know. So we have to simulate the operating conditions in advance. So for that only we need to do a stress analysis. In the stress analysis, we have to give the feed. Even though if it is a software, we have to feed all the data. We have to enter the size of the pipe, material of the pipe, what will be the stress based on there will be some standard is there, API standard, ASME standard is there for pipe stress analysis. From there, DNV standard, from that we have to take from the formula, and we have to feed the according to the operating condition. What will be the maximum operable condition, temperature, pressure, static load, dynamic load, occasional loads, wind load, everything we have to feed on the software. Then that software will simulate based on the given data. It will show the value where it is the stress will be more. If stress will be more, it will break at that pipe will be put under tremendous pressure. It will break at some welding point, or wherever the weak joint is there, flange joint or valve joint, or it is connecting with some other equipment, their leakage will happen in future. So to avoid that one, so we have to do simulation and we have to do the piping stress analysis before putting into erection. Based on that, we will go for the type of support, what kind of support we have to provide. We are going to provide the saddle support or spring support or guide support or anchor support. We have to confirm from the simulation only. Don't worry about this pipe stress analysis. Next week, other person is going to take detailed training on this simulation software. which software is most important and how to learn the software easily in future. That every time based on the demand it is being changed. Better any 2D software is good, and any Plan 3D is if you are in India means Plan 3D is a better software. How can I access the software? Then you have to buy the software. You have to go for the training. You have to buy the software. The 2D software around 15 to 20,000 if it is 2D software. A 3D software means it will be 30 to 40,000. The package will be there. And then so many software training platforms also is there. You can register. Okay. First, which drawing will be prepared, 2D or 3D? Both are prepared by different persons. No, 2D, 3D is according to the, like I said earlier, according to the client requirement. If you prepare in 3D, it will be easy to extract the isometry. If you are preparing 2D, then you have to make the 2D isometry drawing separately. Sorry, my voice not audible. Breaking. I don't know what. So it is according to the client requirement only. Both are prepared with different person means if you know 3D software, you can prepare. Otherwise, we have to go for other person only. Could you please, could you explain little about a stress analysis? That is what I already explained in simulation question. I already explained. So next week a training you can attend. We are going to take a detailed session, 1 hour, 2 hour session. There will be a 2-day session about stress analysis. Which piping software is mostly used nowadays for piping, and it is depend on project and country. Yes, it is purely depend upon the client and the country. If it is USA, Canada, they prefer other software. In our India means we prefer mostly we prefer CAD if it is 2D, Autodesk only. Plan 3D. These are only preferable according to the client and country. It will differ country to country. Are all softwares bought, or these are some websites that offer free download? Possibly, which websites could they be? It is not freely available. Any software, it is not freely available. You have to purchase. With some duration, you have to purchase. Before purchase, better you have to go for a training, a basic training, and then better you have to purchase. Not all projects require 3D drawings. We saw only critical items and equipment 3D only. It is not necessary to, it is required 3D drawings. It's depend upon the company, because like if you have a bigger budget, if it's a bigger size company, MNCs and all, they want to refer those drawing in future also. So every time you don't need to go for the consultant. So first time itself they pay more money and they will put a drawing in the 3D software itself, and they will import to the Navisworks like a review model softwares. So whenever they require, they will review those model for their understanding or future expansion. They will make it. And for stress analysis also in future, if they want to add anything in that plant, they want to add any pipeline. So those 3D model software they will use, because for every small items and all, you don't need to go for the consultant. In-house, every MNC company, every bigger companies, they have their own engineering team. There will not be bigger size team. At least 3 to 4 persons will be there. They know a minimum knowledge about the 3D software and 2D software. They can make on their own. Material spec also required for 3D design. Yes, it is required, because while extracting the isometric drawing from 3D, like yesterday we have discussed that in isometric drawing, right side corner, there will be a bill of material. So in that bill of material, it has to show the specification of the pipe, flange or fittings. So how it will show the specification? Based on the material spec, that is nothing but PMS, piping material specification, we have to feed. Initially we are designing the Plan 3D. Now that time itself we have to feed the all PMS in the 3D design. So it will be no need to one time if you feed it now. So for every isometric drawing, you no need to think about that. We have to click one point to other point in the 3D only. Then if you give the extract option, it will generate the 2D drawing and will show us the isometric drawing. If you want you want to make 2D drawing, if you, in one sheet also it will come, it will be very complicated. So based on the client requirement, based on the piping designer decision, we can extend the 2D drawing with BOM. For that, definitely we need a PMS. If we familiar with one 3D piping software, then switch the another 3D piping software, will we face any difficulty like issues like using options? Yes, there will be some difficult will be there with the Russian make, German make to US make. There will be some tools difference will be there, like same like other instruments we are using, other windows we are using, same like that. There will be some difficult, but there will not be much problem. We can familiarize with that, no issue. But I didn't try any different softwares, so I don't know much about that. There will not be some options will be there. We can familiarize easily within 1 or 2 days. That is not an issue. Is there any other question? We will see the piping support topic on Monday, following with the piping stress analysis. Anu, is there any other questions you can post? Is there any other questions about the yesterday presentation? I mean, yesterday training also you can ask. Whatever possible, I try to answer the queries. Anu, is there any questions? Is it showing? I don't see any questions.
I think there is no more questions. Anyone have any questions? You can just unmute yourself and ask. The attendance link is shared on the chat, so you can mark your attendance as well. The PDF of the session will be shared in your WhatsApp group. Any more questions, anyone? Or we can wrap the session. You'll be having the assessment of today's session on Monday. So please make note of that. Tomorrow you have no session, no assessment. I hope there's no more question. We can wrap up the session. Saturday and Sunday, you don't have any sessions. Please make note of that. The next session will be on piping supports, and that will be on Monday. Your assessment will also be on Monday for today's module.
And one more thing I want to add, in addition, these are all the only piping softwares we have seen. There are also some other softwares available for designing vessels, I mean static equipments like pressure vessels, storage tanks, heat exchangers. There are also other software also available. But our topic is today relative to piping only. If times allows, we will see on piping supports, or another day we can see on static equipment softwares. Okay, thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thank you.